Guys, the day that I had yesterday was literally the biggest, oh my fucking God, what is my life day? And I need to tell you some of the bits that I got, because yesterday was one of those days where I was like, I am so fucking lucky and I'm so fortunate, and oh my fucking God. Do you know what I mean? So the place that I went first was, I went out for lunch with the girls at Inky List, and the girls at Inky List are the most generous, lovely, just genuinely nice girls you have ever met. And me and my manager went out for lunch, and they turned up and they were like, oh, we saw that you're going on holiday next week, so we've bought you some bits to take. And I was like, oh my fucking God, that's so lovely, because I just love anything and everything Inky List. It's like my favourite skincare brand ever. So I thought I'd quickly show you some of the bits that I got. So they basically stocked me up with everything. So my Oat Cleansing Balm, my glycolic acid exfoliating body stick, which if you saw my TikTok, I'll do a separate one, literally cleared my chicken skin on the back of my arms. It was incredible. I got a top up of my salicylic acid exfoliating liquid, which again, if you saw my Instagram, I'll do a separate post, literally cleared my scalp psoriasis. I know I keep saying it cleared, literally it was amazing. I then got my fulvic acid cleanser, some SPF to take on holiday, and the good thing with most of these is they're all minis, so I can take them on the plane, because I like doing a bit of in-flight skincare. My Omega Water cream, my Omega Water body cream, and then also some caffeine eye cream and the polyglutamide serum, all of which I absolutely bloody love. And I was just sat there during that whole time, and I was like, how bloody fortunate am I? Like, I get to call this a job. Yeah, I have a full-time job, but how fortunate am I that I get to do this as a job? Like, it's just incredible. And like I said, the girls there are so bloody lovely. And it was so thoughtful of them just to be like, oh, she's gone on holiday, let's give her some minis to take on the plane. So bloody lovely. So then I was even more bamboozled and a bit more like, oh my fucking God, that Space NK were like, Regan, come down to one of our stores and you can pick out some things that you want from our store. And I was like, oh my God, what a dream. So then I went in there and I was walking around with my manager Millie, and I was like, Millie, I was like, I feel like some of these brands, like, I definitely can't take. I was like, because they're very, very expensive. They're very, very, feels like, was it Pretty Woman? Because that's very, very expensive. And I just felt like, oh my God, this is really taking the piss. So I picked up some Sol de Janeiro SPF for holiday, because I keep hearing everyone rave about this, and I was like, I'm going to take this. This is fantastic. Thank you very much, Space NK. And then I was like, also everyone's been talking about this Gypsy Water perfume. Millie was like, this is meant to be amazing. So I was like, okay, amazing. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm really testing the waters here. Do you know what I mean? And then I went up to the desk and I said, girlies, like, am I allowed to take anything? Like, I really don't want to take the piss, do you know what I mean? And they were like, no, like, you can take whatever you want. So I was like, oh my God, okay. So then I got this Dr. Dennis Gross, love Dr. Dennis Gross, this kind of LED treatment for lips that's meant to help with collagen, scar tissue, which where I've had my lips dissolved, I've had my lips filled quite a lot. I do have quite a lot of scar tissue in my lips, so it'd be interesting to see if this works. And then I literally put these in my basket and I was like, surely not. Surely I won't be allowed to have these, because what the fuck is my life? If so, La Mer. I have always wanted to try La Mer. I have always wanted to try it, and like whenever I go to Vista Village, they have some there. If ever I go to like Harrods Beauty or Space NK, I literally take a bit and put it on my face. Like, I'm one of those people that like goes through the shop and like uses all the skincare in the shop, and I literally, like, one of those moisturisers for like 300 quid, the other one's like 275. That is literally like some people's mortgage payment. And obviously I've never bought it because that's an obscene amount of money for skincare. That's, again, like that's Molly May sort of money, do you know what I mean? And so I was like, no, surely I can't have that. Like, surely I won't be able to take that. And so again, I went and double checked and was like, girls, I take it that's not included. Are you sure? And they were like, Regan, take what you want. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I don't even want to take out the packaging. I feel like my mum with the show towels in the bathroom. I feel like I just want them in the packaging on the side. But then at the same time, I want to try and see if it's worth the hype. But I literally sat there and I went outside and I showed my mum, and my mum was like, oh my God, because bless, my mum goes to everything with me, like any sort of meeting, any sort of event. You know, my mum sat in a pub next door, so I had to get the train there or back on my own. And I was literally sat there and I sat on the tube and I just sat in complete silence like this. And I was like, this for me was like such a moment, because I feel like as content creators, I feel like so many people are so fortunate that the opportunities they get, and you look at other people and you're like, oh my God, I wish I had that. Like, I wish that I had a deal with so-and-so. I wish that I got to go and do this, do that. And sometimes the opportunities may not be available for one person, they are for the other. And yesterday was one of those days that I sat there and I was like, oh my God, like, what an amazing day. Like, Inky List, thank you. Space NK, thank you. Oh my God. So I feel like I will have them on show. I won't lie. I will have them on show, but I can't wait to try them and kind of let you know what I think about the La Mer, whether it's worth the money. I won't lie. It might not be. It might not be, but I can't wait to try it because it's not something I could afford to buy on my own. It's not something I could afford or justify to spend. So